Hey y'all, welcome back. It's Crystal. I appreciate you stopping by and taking some time with me today. Today is a book tag day. I was so kindly tagged by Ollie over at Criminali for this tag, which is the Spreading Some Booktube Love tag, created by the bookworm Adventure Girl. This is essentially a shout out tag. Shout out to some awesome booktubers. And I love these kinds of tags because I love finding new folks to follow, fill up my watch later queue. So I've got everything written down here, and I try not to make, too many, list too many channels for each question. And I'm sure I've left out 1,000,001 people, because, when you think of these questions, it's like you forget everyone that you ever knew. You know what I mean? So anyway, let's just get going. Spread some booktube love. All right, number 1. Booktuber who inspires you. I've got 2 questions for this because they always are really concise and meaningful with their reviews, and I strive to do that better. Sometimes I feel extremely rambly when I talk about books. So Rachel over at the Shades of Orange and Emily Terry. Of course, I'll link everyone below if I didn't say that already. They just, I don't know, when they talk about books, they talk about it in a way that makes me want to read them, and they talk about them, like I said, in just a very concise way. So one day I'll grow up and be like them. Number 2, shout out some smaller booktube channels. Got a couple here. Jay, World According to Jay, I feel like I wish he had more subscribers. He does actually some awesome reviews also. He's pretty funny. He also talks about music and movies sometimes, and but he's a big champion for indie horror and dark fiction, and wish more people would subscribe. Leah Lindemann over at Pen to Paper has an obscenely low subscriber count. She is an author as well, so she does do some author tube type videos, along with some booktube stuff talking about books that she's reading. So, and she's lovely. Go subscribe. Elizabeth Sagewood. Enough said. She also does amazing reviews, awesome book hauls. Just a standout gal. Go check her out. And I want to shout out my friend Bonnie over at the Purple Bookish Frog, who's just started her booktube channel. She's got a little handful of videos out now, and she's just doing great so far. So go check her out. Purple Bookish Frog. Again, everyone will be linked below. Number 3 is booktubers who live close to you, and I don't know. Is anyone else in North Carolina? I don't actually even know. I couldn't think of anyone. Like, I'm sure there's somebody, right? But I don't know. If you're in North Carolina, let me know. Number 4, booktubers from different continents than yours. Got a couple here. Lisa from Pink Paradox Reads. Now I'm in the US, and she's way over in Norway. Yeah. And of course, the person that tagged me, Ollie, lives in the UK. So yeah. Oh, and if you're not following Noria Reads, she lives in Nigeria, and I love her channel. Go subscribe. Number 5, booktubers with furry reading companions. I would be remiss if I didn't mention Dave and Olive over at Book Blather. They're a review duo. They review wonderful books. And Olive is just, really, concise with her analysis. They're amazing. Regina at Regina's Haunted Library. We've got Lily and Lucky, her little pooches, who are so cute. Of course, Joshua over Coffee, Cats, and Kings. Cats is right there in his channel name. He always shares pictures or videos of his cats in every video. Lucky us. Go check them out. Number 6, booktubers that you've buddy read or done group reads with. I've done quite a few course, I mean, I talk about Kelly Hooked on Books like every video, because if she's reading it, I'm pretty much going to read it too. So Kelly Hooked on Books, we've done a lot of buddy reads, and we're doing a group read of the VC Andrews stuff, and she has her book club that she does. Yeah. I've done a group read with Leslie over at the Nerdy Narrative. They did the Books of Babel series, though I have not finished. It's fine. Scott over at Book Invasion, last year he did the Wool read-along, trilogy read-along, did that. Excuse me. Juan over at Plagued by Visions, I am joining his vision of the month. And Brad Proctor, I do a lot of Brad. We're currently right now doing a buddy read of The Light of the Jedi, and he's got a book club there for, and he did Dracula in January, so yeah. And of course, Rachel over the Shades of Orange. I'm a part of her Patreon book club, which I really, really love. So yeah, I'm sure there's some more, but these are the ones I can think of. I'm doing the Dune read along right now with Dan over at Book Nook Noggin. Link it below. All right, number 7. Subscribers or commenters, that don't have Booktube channels, but want to shout them out. Now, if you are in any way, if you relate to sort of horror, Priscilla Bettis is in your comments, and she's amazing and so supportive, and thank you so much, Priscilla. And for me personally, my pals Lisa, Dawn, Mike, I always love your comments, and always appreciative. Thank you. All right, number 8. Booktubers that are newer to you. I've got a few here. Bartel's bookshelf. Is it bookshelf or bookcase? I wrote bookshelf. I'll link it below. David's Book Reviews, who is also from the UK, so he's from a different continent from me. And yeah, those are the 2 that I wrote down. I've subscribed to a lot of new people lately, but these are the ones that popped in my mind. Number 9, booktubers who read different books or genres than you. There are a few, sometimes I just like to watch someone, even if I don't always read a lot of the same things, because they have a fun personality, or you just like to hear them talk about books, whatever. So I do have a few people here. Ashley over at the Bookish Realm. I love watching Ashley. Now, I love to actually get comic and middle road recommendations from her too, and actually she talks a lot about picture books too, which I don't, a lot of people talk about picture books, but Ashley is a librarian, and so she just loves books, and I love watching her channel, and we read some things overlapping, but some things we don't, but I just love to hear her talk about books. And the same with Isabel over at Happy for Now. She reads a lot of romance, and I don't know, she's just someone I just love to hear talk about books. And I've got one more here, the Curly Reader, Amanda over at the Curly Reader. She's someone, overall we read pretty different things, but I do also like to go for her for middle grade recommendations, because she reads a ton of middle grade, and I really love middle grade, so I like to check her out for that. Is that it? Yes. Okay, booktubers that have similar tastes than you. I've got a few here when I shout out Kat over at Biblia Obscura. I love Kat's videos. She's always talking about books that I don't hear a lot of people talking about, but when she talks about them, it makes me want to read them. We both like kind of weird things. So yeah. Coral over at Pretty in Paper Cuts. I mean, of course, horror is a thing that we have in common, but she also reads fantasy and like nonfiction, true crime stuff that I enjoy. April over at Getting Hugga with It. She reads a lot of pretty varied stuff, as like I do as well. And Mindy over at Mindy's Book Journey. She might be sort of the closest to me as far as we both read pretty much anything. We both like horror, we both like fantasy, we both like sci-fi, we read like a contemporary every now and then, literary fiction every now and then, a classic, throw it in sometimes. So yeah, all of these, I love all these channels, and I always want to read everything that they talk about. Yeah. Okay, number 11. Excuse me. A booktuber who has some great original tags. I'm going to shout out Michael over at Fit to Be Read. He recently did a Mount Rushmore book tag, which I would love to see more people do because it was a lot of fun. People that you would put on your sort of bookish Mount Rushmore, and it was a lot of fun. And so I'm going to shout out Michael here, and just shout out Michael in general. If you like sci-fi, you need to be subscribed to Fit to Be Read. Number 12, Booktube projects that you join in or follow. I definitely follow in on Middle Grade March, which is coming up next month. I'm so excited. I do try to do nonfiction November. Let's see. There are some readathons every year. Like there's Indigathon, that's usually in November. Am I missing something? There's probably something else. These are the ones that are popping in my mind. I only wrote down Middle Grade March, so probably because it's fresh in my brain. It's coming up. All right, number 13, booktubers who can always put a smile on your face or put you in a good mood. I've got a few here. Jason over at Jason's Weird Reads. He just puts me in a calming mood. He is a very chill dude, and yeah, I just love hearing him talk about books. It's kind of the same with Steve Talks Books, because he just has this really chill demeanor, and yeah, puts me in a good mood. But Kelsey over at Slime and Slashers is so exuberant, so exciting when she talks about books. Her enthusiasm just jumps right out of the screen, and just puts me anyway into such a great mood. So Kelsey, Slime and Slashers, check it out. Number 14 is to tag some friends. So I'm going to tag a few folks. If you like to do it, definitely feel free. If not, that's fine too. But I'm going to tag Mindy over at Mindy's Book Journey. Who else? How about Michael over at Fit to Be Read, since I tagged him for the tag question. And I'll leave it at that. This was a fun tag. I hope that you enjoyed it. And shout out some more booktubers to me down below. Let me know. Who am I missing? Am I missing somebody? And if you're from North Carolina, let me know. Thanks again for watching. I hope you're doing really great. And until next time, bye guys.